Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Tuesday. It is the 7th day of June, 2022. I hope you're all healthy and safe today. I hope the needs of you and your family, your household, in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders whose job every day is to try to save human lives. And those that pick up garbage to keep streets, sidewalks, parkways, and parks clean. And those that make deliveries for our convenience and comfort. Double blessings on the men and women trying to rescue and deliver the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. The victims of prostitution and child prostitution. The victims of pornography and child pornography. Human trafficking and sex slavery, and double curses on the perpetrators, the perverts, and the profiteers who traffic in this human misery. Finally, blessings upon the homeless, nearly 600,000 men, women, and children on the streets of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions, and blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Today, I want to discuss the recent workouts that the Knicks had. The Knicks have had multiple workouts so far in the process. Most of the players they have worked out would be players that are either second round choices or undrafted free agents. That's who they have worked out until yesterday. And yesterday we found out that TyTy, Dyson Daniels, Malachi Branham, as well as TyTy Washington were worked out by the Knicks. Now, I had heard earlier, the first person I heard from the combine that the Knicks were working out was Jeremy Sohan. That has not been confirmed since then, but I'm waiting for some confirmation on that. But so far, of the players that are going to be drafted in the first round, TyTy Washington, Dyson Daniels, TyTy, and Malachi Branham have been worked out. And a lot of buzz has been coming around about Dyson Daniels. Again, let me just explain to you all my problem. My problem is I've seen all this too many times. Every year there are players that are hyped, overhyped, and they move up draft boards and some team gets suckered. Let me tell you why the Knicks will not draft Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels was in the G League last year. Okay, he was in the G League and he averaged 11 points a game in the G League. He averaged 11 points a game. He averaged in the G League last year 11 points a game. Wait a minute. Let me get the rest of these stats up here. 11 points a game. He averaged 4 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals. He shot 26% from 3 on about 4 attempts a game. 26%. And people are a bit hyped because he is measured at 6'7", almost 6'8". He has this long wingspan and apparently plays good defense. The Knicks don't need another guy like that. Why do I say that? Because Deuce McBride also played in the G League last year. And Deuce McBride attempted 9 3-pointers a game and hit 48% of his threes. 48% of his threes. Deuce McBride hit last year. Deuce McBride scored 29 points per game in the G League last year. 29 points per game. Averaged 11 assists per game and 3 steals per game. Just to put this succinctly, Deuce McBride made child's play of the G League last year. That's why we don't need to draft Dyson Daniels. He's overrated. He cannot shoot. Now, some people came back from the combine saying, well, he has improved his shot. He was taking shots against cones. You know how many players suddenly gain weight or when they're considered thin or suddenly can shoot when they can't in these type of situations? I can't count how many of them there are. You can go back to Alfred Payton. He can also shoot. There's been a bunch of guys like that all of a sudden can shoot in the combine. Especially this year, you do not look at that because, say, like last year, for example. Last year, I was very high on Quentin Grimes. Coming out of Houston, 6'5", 2 guard, can rebound, play tremendous defense, and can really shoot. He proved that because in the combine, he played against other guys 5-on-5, and he was knocking down his jump shot. And so when he came to the Knicks, we were expecting to see shots, and he had, I think, a 5 3-pointer game this year against Milwaukee. So he has proven that was correct. You draft Dyson Daniels, which the Knicks are not going to do, I can tell you right now. You're going to get a guy that can't shoot, and he can play some defense, and he's a rookie. So let's go over the Knicks situation, shall we? Let's take the fantasy and the NBA 2K out of it, and let's look at the real situation. Number one, he would be a rookie. That would be Dyson Daniels. He'd be a rookie. Number two, he's a rookie under Tom Thibodeau. Number three, he cannot shoot. A rookie point guard under Tom Thibodeau that cannot shoot. And you think the Knicks are going to draft him? Are you serious? Are you paying attention to the Knicks at all? And this whole, we need a point guard. We got one. He scored 29 points per game in the same G League that Dyson Daniels played in. Okay? 29 points a game. No, wait. Let me correct myself. 27.8 points per game. So that rounded up is 28 points a game. 28 points a game, 11 assists a game, 3 steals a game, and shot 48% from three. 48% on 9 attempts per game. And you think the Knicks are going to draft Dyson Daniels? Why is this even a discussion? I don't know. But coming from raw Hebrew, I'm just telling you, let's not get hyped. Don't believe the media hype. Don't believe the clickbait. It ain't happening. What about TyTy? Again, TyTy would be a rookie. I'm not sure he's going to be drafted in the top 15. That's the question to me. He'd be a rookie. He's working out for a lot of teams. He won't play if he was drafted by the Knicks. Number one, you got Emmanuel Quickley in front of him, the aforementioned Deuce McBride in front of him, and then he's also a rookie under Tom Thibodeau. He's not going to play. So, again, no, it's not happening. As far as point guards, aside from Emmanuel Quickley and Deuce McBride that I already mentioned, they're probably going to trade Alec Burks. The Knicks will probably trade him. The Lakers were very interested in him at the trade deadline. There's interest, and Ian Begley has already reported, some of you not paying attention, that there's a lot of interest in Alec Burks around the league. So he'll probably be traded. He's an expiring deal on top of that, and he's a playoff type of player. So we have Deuce and IQ. Now, the Knicks were reportedly very interested, as we all know, in Jalen Brunson. But we can now, I think, put to rest, which I put a video out a while ago and told y'all that dream is dead because Dallas is going to pay him. And they can pay him a 5th season. The Knicks cannot. Okay? So he is staying in Dallas. I mean, he's not going to turn down an extra $20+ million. He's not doing that. Not at 6'1" and 25, 26 years old. He's not doing that. Okay? So forget Jalen Brunson. But with the idea, and I did a video, I don't know, a month ago about the D'Angelo Russell possibility. And some of you were howling about that. We don't want D'Lo. Some of you are like, yeah, we want D'Lo. Well, I don't know. He's available on an expiring contract. That's why, that's the only reason I mentioned him. I I like D'Lo's game in terms of the guts that he has, the ice in his veins, the big shot. Mr. Big Shot, especially at Madison Square Garden, he would turn it out. He was an all-star in Brooklyn. So I can understand if they went and got him. But as we know, and listen, let's be honest, he cannot play defense. He'd be an expiring deal. But my point in bringing him up and bringing that video up, maybe I should put it in the description box. But my point in bringing that up is, if the Knicks were looking for a young point guard that already has NBA experience that they can bring in and Thibodeau would play, would be a guy like a Jalen Brunson or D'Lo or somebody in that area, that range, that situation. And if they were to bring in D'Angelo Russell, it would be an expiring deal. I wouldn't like it. You still have Derrick Rose, right? A Thibodeau favorite, who's not going to start. So some of y'all still thinking D Rose going to start, need to get your head examined, because the boy at 33, 34 years old, he done already showed you his first year with the Knicks. He came hurt, played a quarter of the season, played very well, but he's 30-something. He's going to get hurt. This past season, there's the ankle situation. Then there was another ankle situation with the healing of the first ankle situation. You're not going to start this boy. And if you do, you're asking for him to be hurt again. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. We talked about that as well. I don't know. They might go get him. I don't know. I doubt it. Too much money involved. He's got to be paid for 3 more seasons. They don't want him. Plus, he's always hurt. So I think that there's probably of those guys that we just talked about, probably the strongest possibility is D'Angelo Russell, because he is expiring, because he is 26. He got something to prove. He's going to bring him to the Garden. That may happen. You're going to lose. You probably send out Fournier and Kemba Walker, or maybe Randall or whatever. And by the way, on a side note, between, Minnesota, Portland, and the Kings, those 3 particularly, the Knicks have an opportunity to not only shed salary, but move up in the draft if they wanted to. I'm just saying, we talked about that possibility of them moving up. And they have that possibility because of a D'Angelo Russell in Minnesota. Portland looking for a guy like Julius Randle and has money to burn. They got a $20 million trade exception plus dead money in Eric Bledsoe. So that's a possibility. And then, of course, we talked about the Kings. The Kings, if they don't want, some of the other, Sabonis won't fit with Randall. Okay, fine. How about Evan Fournier coming off their bench, shooting? Okay, you got him, and you can throw Kemba with that or something like that, and that'll work. You know what I mean? So you got opportunities here. And I think the Knicks are going to take advantage of one of these, or 2 of them, at least one of them. You're going to see them do something here. So we're going to see. But Dyson Daniels and TyTy Washington, please forget it. Anybody talking about them as even possibilities is wasting your time and my time as Knicks Nation. Okay, they're insulting our intelligence. There is absolutely 0 chance that these guys are going to get drafted by the Knicks. 0. And I'm telling you here, on June the 7th, 16 days before the draft, not happening. Okay, not happening. Now, Malachi Branham, that's a possibility if they trade down. 11 is too high for him. Okay. That's a possibility they trade down. I like Malachi Branham. In fact, I like him. I mentioned I like him better than Johnny Davis. We were just on Nick of Time last night with Jake Rosen, and he was very high on Johnny Davis. And when I explained him my reservations, he agreed with me. And I'm just saying, because my reservations is, now I didn't know, Jake mentioned that he had an ankle injury, and I did not know that because I saw the lack of explosiveness in his game. And I watched the game of Wisconsin against Purdue to see him and Ivy, match up. I watched that game where Wisconsin won a close game at the end with Davis scoring 37. But again, my problem is, again, I don't know if his explosiveness, his athleticism is enough to translate to the NBA. That's my problem. And again, I could be wrong, but that's the issue I have with Johnny Davis. College level, outstanding. He has a tremendous basketball IQ. He really has a really nice mid-range game. Very nice mid-range game as far as, in the college. Okay. Very nice mid-range game. The problem I have again is in college. See, and he shot only 31% from three. And some people make an excuse. Well, he had to handle the offense and all that. Listen, man, no, not that low. No. Benedict Mathurin in similar situation shot 37% from three. 37. Okay. So I'm just saying, another cat that may not be able to get his shot off in the NBA the way he did in college, and he only shot 31%. Okay. Tremendous defender. Again, high IQ, lots of heart. There's no question he has all those attributes, but we already got a guy like that that's better than him in Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes, same size, same position, but better. And has already played in the league a year. So we don't need Johnny Davis. Okay, I'm just saying. And I doubt the Knicks are going to pick him. Okay, Tari Eason now. That's another guy we can get in the late first round. See him and Malachi down there after 11. I think 11 is a little high for both of them. And so that's trade down possibilities. And this is the thing that I like. This is the situation we're in, Knicks Nation. We have already a young core. We don't need to add to that except get one dynamic player if we can get it. Okay. One dynamic guy. And to me, outside the top three. So to me, okay, we're going to talk about the whole draft, right? The best player in this draft to me is Paolo Banchero. He's the best player in this draft. Him and Jabari Smith are right there to me. Right there. Both of those guys. But Paolo, man, I just, I was watching his shooter. They call it a combine workout, whatever it was. But just the size of him at 6'10", he's a giant dude and moves with a gingerness and agility that's like, whoa, and high IQ coming out of Duke. Duke players play with that IQ. You got to play for Coach K. And so, I like his overall thing, but there's no way we're going to get him, right? I mean, that's not going to happen. We're not getting Jabari Smith. We're not getting Paolo Banchero, and we're not getting Chet Holmgren either. I like him, but like I said, he's a little too skinny, but I like him. So we're not getting that. The next level that we can move up to get is Ivy and Mathurin. And I said last night, and I'm going to say it now. I love Ivy. Love him. Okay. I happen to like Mathurin even better. And I think Mathurin's easier to get than Ivy. Because I think we can, see, this is what I'm thinking. Some team is going to pick Shaden Sharp, who don't even know nothing about except high school. Okay. That's a major risk. See, I hate when people talk about rolling the dice in the draft. Rolling the dice? What you think this is, Las Vegas? This is the league, man. Shoot. Rolling the dice? What the hell? Look, if it was your job, you want to roll the dice, you'd be fired tomorrow. You're going to put on red or black, you're going to be fired. You don't roll no dice. You do as much research as you can and lower the risk of a bust as much as you can. That's what you do when you're in the league, when you're a pro at these things, brethren. Okay? So forget roll the dice and take a chance. What the hell? No, not if you're the New York Knicks. You could do that if you're some other team. We're trying to build long-term sustainable winning, man. What the hell? Anyway, so I hope some team takes Shaden Sharp. I hope Detroit takes him, or whoever's drafting 6. Who is it? I don't even know. Who drafting 6? I hope they take him. Who drafting 6? Indiana. Please. Indiana, Detroit, take that young man. Okay, please, go ahead and take him. But, because Sacktown is going to take one of them, Ivy or Sharp. Then you got Indiana, and or Detroit, right? Detroit. Keegan Murray's getting taken by somebody. Okay, Keegan Murray's going to get taken either by Indiana or Detroit. I feel it. He's just really good, solid pro. I wouldn't pass on him if I'm one of them teams, maybe, So I say he's going to get taken also. So that takes out 6 players right there. That leaves the 7th spot for Benedict Mathurin. Unless, Detroit decides or Indiana decides this guy's too good to leave, and that could happen. I mean, you do get some surprises every year in the draft. Some guys drop, some guys rise up, you're going to get surprises. So Mathurin will throw this whole thing off if he gets picked by either Sacramento, Detroit, or Indiana. Okay. But the way I'm looking at it here, I'm thinking Sacktown takes Ivy, or Sharp, or Detroit takes Ivy or Sharp. So them two, that's your top 5 right there. The top 3 when them 2 is 5. Then you have 6 with Indiana. I'm thinking Indiana is going to take Keegan Murray. Solid kid. 6'8", 6'9", could play the 4, could play the 3. Not going to make a lot of mistakes. Going to learn quickly. High IQ. Older cat. Okay, for a rookie, I mean. Like 22. So that's good. That leaves Portland at 7. And we can move up and get Mathurin. A strong possibility. We could trade Randall. We can send them some shooters and Fournier. And we could do something and move up. That's what I'm saying. Because if we can move up and get a Mathurin or an Ivy, that's a dynamic young man that we're going to have. Those 2 kids, both of them, have all-star talent to me. Especially Mathurin. I just think he is such a dog that he'll figure out. I mean, both of them got holes in their games. Okay, Ivy goes too much to the right. He doesn't go to his left too much. He needs, mid-range game. Yeah. See, look, you're looking for a perfect player. You ain't going to find him in the NBA draft. You're going to find upside that can be developed. See, that's what y'all need to understand. Nobody coming in here starting on the New York Knicks as a rookie. It's not going to happen. But you're looking for upside that you can develop. And quickly, if possible. Develop, I mean. So with Ivy, the problem is, if you're looking for him as a point guard, it's going to take a minute. Listen, y'all know Tom Thibodeau got no patience for rookies, especially rookie point guard. He's going to be on the sideline cursing that boy out while he in the warm-ups. I'm just saying. So I love the kid, but Mathurin is on the wing. You trade Fournier and you got him coming in with IQ or Deuce behind Grimes and whoever the starting point guard is. Okay, that's nice. And so, and he would only be in the second unit his rookie year, because I believe the kid is just too good to keep down. The cream rises to the top. So if we can move up and get a Mathurin, that set us up now for the future. 2 seasons more, and we're knocking on the door, y'all. We'll be there. Because our kids are good, they're going. Now, if you can't move up, for whatever reason, and you stay at 11, you could trade down and get 2 kids, like a Eason and a Malachi Branham. You could do that. Or you could stay at 11, and at 11, you're going to have multiple options at 11. You're going to have, now, some people are high on AJ Griffin. I like AJ Griffin. He's going to need some work, though. I'm going to tell you what right now. Listen carefully now. As we're getting closer, I've been looking at these guys a little bit closer. Let me tell you. AJ Griffin got a lot of upside. Lots. He's only 18. He'll be 18 on draft night. He's going to spend his first full season in the G League if he's on the Knicks. His first full season in the G League. And he's going to need that. He's going to need that development on both sides of the ball, offensively, defensively. He's got a tremendous body, 220 pounds of muscle. He can shoot the rock, okay, from a standstill position. On the move, not so much. Not so much. Okay. Has not learned to really use that strength that he has yet on NBA level. Remember, we're talking about the league now. Okay. So if we drafted AJ Griffin, it's a long-term play. 2 seasons from now, he's ready to come in and contribute. And when he's 20, not right away. So I like him, and I think he's a possibility because Thibodeau is very close with his father, Adrian, and they know the boy from when he was born. Thibodeau knows him, so that would be something that's positive. But don't think he's gonna come in and play. He's not. Then y'all talking about Duren and Mark Williams. What? Listen, Mitch Robb is our guy. Period. If he wants to go somewhere else, guess what? The Knicks are going to go full court press and get Mo Bamba. And they should. Because Mo Bamba is available for the mid-level exception, and he's from New York, and he would come here. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm very sure of that. So we either going to bring back Mitch Robb and have Jericho Sims as the backup, or we're going to get Mo Bamba and have Jericho Sims as the backup. But forget these rookies. Mark Williams, right? He went to the combine and measured the 7'7" wingspan. And everybody was like, you're 7'7" wingspan. As if you didn't know in the previous season that was how big he was? And if he was in college, if the 7'7" wingspan was all that, wouldn't Duke have won it all? I mean, he must be Wilt Chamberlain, right? So, whatever. No. And you know what? Like I said, every 5 in this draft, every one, especially the top 2 rated ones in Williams and Duren, you're going to wait 2 years. You're going to wait till their 3rd season before they know how to play in the NBA. 3 years, your 3rd season. Okay? You're going to go through getting fouled out all the time. That's what you're going to deal with. Okay? I don't want to deal with that. We got Mitch Rob. We drafted Mitch Rob. We developed Mitch Rob. He's ready. And if Mitch Rob leaves because we done messed up on the money, well, we can get Mo Bamba, who's already been drafted and developed and just needs a starting opportunity. Bring him. Forget these rookies at the 5. So 5s are out. And point guards are out. Except Ivy. But that's it. So at 11, I'm looking at a Jeremy Sohan, a Tari Eason, Malachi Bram, and then let me not forget Okai Agbaji, who I like a lot. These guys will be available at 11 or below. And I'm very confident in the Don's ability to get the best deal for us at that position, at that situation. Okay, all of these kids that I just named, except maybe Okai Agbaji, will take more time to develop. They're going to take time to develop. All of them, 19 years old, 20 years old, 21, whatever. They're going to take time to develop. But Okai Agbaji, I don't know. I mean, 22 years old, 6'10", 6'11" wingspan, 6'6", defensive demon, and can shoot the basketball, can shoot the rock. Okai Agbaji on 7 attempts, 41% from 3. On 7 attempts a game. 41% from 3. 19 points a game. 5 boards. 74 from the line. Okay? So let's translate that to him. Let's say he shoots 36, 37 in his rookie year from the 3. I'm good with that. Okay, I'm good with that. Ready to come in and lock up somebody right away. I'm good with that. Okay? So that's, what I'm looking at. But, this whole thing, because they brought in Dyson Daniels and TyTy, like you think really they're not, no, that's not going to happen. And Duren and Mark Williams, stop it. It's not going to happen. Like I said, the Knicks are in a position right now where we got the young core. We really do. We have the young core that we need. The Knicks really have them already. They got their young guys that are ready, for Freddie in terms of, ready to take that next step. What am I talking about? I'm talking about, Obi's going to be in his 3rd season. IQ's going to be in his 3rd season, right? So you got 2 guys in their 3rd season. Then you got, Grimes is going to be in his 2nd season. Duke's going to be in his 2nd season. You got guys. And then, of course, Mitch Rob, if we can retain him in his 5th season. RJ in his 4th season. These are not rookies, right? They're ready for that next step. And if we can get a really high impact rookie, like I said, like a Ivy or a Benedict Mathurin, I think we're set up well for the future. Set up well. And not the distant future, the near future. Okay. So, that's what I mean. So, I'm looking at some of these kids, man. RJ 22, Mitch Rob 24, Obi 24. Quickly 22, 23. 23. I think quickly going to be 23 this year. Yep, 23. We got, Deuce in September is going to be 22. Grimes Grimes just turned 22. They ready to start biting now. You know what I mean? So we can add a dynamic dude to that crew. We ready to push to that next level. Okay. And then of course you got Jericho Sims. You got Jericho Sims as, behind whoever, Jericho Sims. All right. So he's going to be 24 in October. Still young, right? 24. So we got the crew, all young guys that's ready to push to the next level. All of them. And that's why I like Tibbs for this situation. You get all of these vets out of Tibbs' hair, right? That he think he need to play and develop, right? Get the vets out of here. And then you make him play these kids. You're going to get the best out of Thibodeau. He's going to be angry. He's going to be cursing these kids out and he's got to play them. right? He's got to play them. So you're going to see these kids get 30 minutes, 35 minutes. You're going to see them get better. That's why I like him for this situation. As long as you take away his Alec Burkses, you take away his Randalls, you take away the enabling stupidness that he does, you take away his Evan Fournier, and you put the kids in there, you get the best out of him. Now, I ain't saying he no tactician. Listen, let me just be clear and honest with y'all. Tibbs is not a great head coach. He's a great defensive coordinator, though. Great. Elite, all-time great defensive coach. And so you're saying, well, why is he our head coach? Well, this is what we got right now. So if you can develop the kids under him in the defensive scheme, we got something. Okay. You can always bring another coach in. You ready to go to that next level, that championship level. But right now, we still in year 3 of the rebuild, y'all. So let's get these kids ready. That's all I'm saying. But as far as, again, Dyson Daniels, TyTy Washington, Mark Williams, Jalen Duren, forget it. Not happening. Not. Look for the wing. And the exception would be, for the point guard would be Jaden Ivey because of his talent, right? Look for the wing, though. I think we go on wing. Look for the 4 spot. For example, also, E.J. Liddell. Don't forget about him. I like him, too. E.J. Liddell. You get rid of Randall, you make Obi your guy, and you got E.J. Liddell. Very solid. 6'7", Charles Oakley-like dude with a solid 3-point shot. I like E.J. Liddell as well. I mean, I did a thing on him. I like him. I think he would be very good, for the Knicks coming off the bench. The rookie. Tough kid, 240 pounds, 7-foot wingspan, plays defense, 37% from 3 on 4 attempts. That's what I'm talking about. Off the bench behind Obi, he would be a solid choice. See, so we got options. I'm 100% sure the Knicks are going to come away from this draft with a good player. How good and where it fits depends on what they do. They can get the dynamics in Ivy or Mathurin. They can get the solids on a Eason, a Liddell, a Agbaji. You can get the solids, add to the core of solids that you got and move forward. So we're going to get a good pick. But it would be bad to pick a Dyson Daniels. Y'all would be very disappointed. I'm trying to tell y'all ahead of time so some of y'all are hyped and jump on the catnip train. Dyson Daniels, cause he's 6'8", Mark Williams, 7'7" wingspan, and y'all gonna be tripping when you see him not hitting a shot, can't stay in the game, making dumb plays. Y'all gonna be tripping. Trust me on that. Forget them. The Knicks ain't picking them. All right, they not. Just tell me. Look for the wing. Look for the point guard exception in Ivy, and look for the 4s if they deal Randall. We're gonna be good to go. We're gonna be good to go. I'm very excited. And I'm excited to see Juice McBride start at point guard in the Summer League because I think he's going to show something. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt, but we'll deal with that later. Anyway, you'll have a good Tuesday. Shalom.